Greetings, all. Welcome to Queen's Kitchen. And we are going to be making something magical in this kitchen. So go ahead, get your aprons, grab your ingredients if a recipe was placed on the community wall. But let's sit back, enjoy while we create something delicious and nutritious to feed our families. Hang out with me in Queen's Kitchen. Greetings all, welcome to Queen's Kitchen. We will be making, of course, something, as we said in the beginning, delicious and nutritious in Queen's Kitchen. So, after I put my apron on, I'll show you some of the ingredients that we're going to be using to make tonight's meal. Okay, and by the time you guys get this, it'll probably be the middle of the day during the week. But we're gonna make a simple Asian hair salmon pasta. So, stay tuned. Okay, so we have some Bertolli creamy basil and Alfredo. I really like this. So I got 2 jars just to make sure all my pasta is covered. We got some Barilla angel hair pasta. We have a bunch of asparagus. We have a bag of baby spinach. We have some sun-dried tomatoes. We have some pesto. And we have some Parmesan cheese. And we have some mushrooms. And we're going to be making this salmon. So, first thing we're going to do is go ahead, open this fish, and wash it. All right, loves. So we're going to go ahead and dry this fish off. All right. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of almond oil up under here because I don't want it to stick to my pan. Okay, so let's go back to our camera so we can season this. Okay, so we have this classical traditional basil pesto. I'm just gonna mix it up and I'm gonna put it over this salmon because this is basically what I'm gonna season this salmon with, because after we coat it with this. And while I'm doing this, let me make sure the oven is on. Okay. Put it on here because it's gonna really complement that basil that's inside of that that sauce, that Alfredo sauce. So we're just waiting on the oven to preheat, and while we do that, we'll take care of these veggies. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and wash these mushrooms. We're gonna also wash this asparagus. And we're gonna chop it all up. Okay, lovely. So we have a small pot of water back here because we're gonna blanch the asparagus. And then we got the large pot of water so we can warm up, so we can boil our noodles. So let's go back to prepping the vegetables. Okay, so for the asparagus, I really only like the tips of the asparagus, but that's such a waste. But this bottom part here, we don't need that, so we can just go ahead and cut that off. I'm gonna cut off about 2 inches. Okay, and then you're just gonna sit that on a plate, and boom. So let's gather all this up and toss it. If I had a compost, I'd put it out in the compost. Okay, so now we're gonna take the mushrooms and just chop them up. So now that we got our mushrooms chopped and our asparagus chopped up, we're gonna blanch the asparagus, and I think I will put some of these mushrooms on the salmon. Okay, so we just gonna put some of these mushrooms on top of this salmon. Just, you know, give it a little bit of mushroom flavor, you know. All of it is going to go inside of the pasta anyway, so no big deal, but we want a good combination of flavor. We're gonna let that bake for about 15-20 minutes. Let's go over here, check on our water so we can blanch our asparagus. So our water is boiling. It's not quite ready, but it is boiling nonetheless. So while I'm waiting on this water to boil, it looks to me like my asparagus is not gonna fit in the pot. So I'm just gonna chop it one more time, and that should fit in the pot. And we're boiling, so we're just gonna stick this in there. And the awesome thing is, you're just blanching these, so put the timer on for 5 minutes. That's all we need. Going to go ahead and turn on these other skillets and add 2 tablespoons of butter and let that. I'm gonna take the asparagus off and strain it. If I had been thinking, I would have poured the water into the pot where the noodles are gonna go. Y'all seen all that green, that was good nutrients. And pour this salmon out. Just gonna add a little bit. Of the salmon. Of the asparagus. Put the pan with the salmon. And then put the rest of the salmon in there. Fry. And we're gonna put that back in the oven. Let it cook for a bit longer. Turn that back eye off. And we're gonna tend to these veggies. We're gonna take the rest of these mushrooms and add it to that. And I'm gonna take the spinach and add that. I'm gonna add the rest of this pesto as well. Now, our pasta water is got a pretty good boil on it. So normally what you would do is heavily salt the water, almost like ocean water. But I haven't been doing that lately. I've just been intentionally stirring my pasta very well. So we're gonna make sure we keep stirring the pasta around, okay? So it doesn't stick to itself, because pasta has a tendency to do that. So we're gonna continue to cook down this spinach and these vegetables. Now here's the tea. The vegetables don't have to be fully cooked because there is more cooking process for them to go through. So at this point we're just gonna turn it off. But like I said, we want a good combination of flavors. So while we wait for the noodles to boil, we'll be taking the salmon out of the oven soon, and we'll be pulling it apart and putting it in this skillet with the vegetables and sauteing those flavors together. We're going to come over here to the sink because we're going to drain that noodle pot. When you drain your noodles, you want to make sure that water is cold to stop them from cooking. Okay. Now we get to the task of seasoning the noodles. 2 tablespoons of butter. And then we're going to shift the camera because we're going to put this pot back on this stove. We're going to turn it down a bit. We don't need it on high. We also don't want our noodles extra dry. Tablespoon of Himalayan salt. Okay, so we got a little garlic powder. Okay, so while we wait for that fish to get done, I'm gonna add a little bit of fennel over here to these vegetables. Right? Fennel helps with digestion. It also has a slight licorice scent and taste, but we're not adding that much that it shouldn't affect the taste greatly. But it's good to help with the digestion because it's a lot of oil in this dish, so we don't want anybody's tummy to be upset. And fenugreek, fennel is good to aid with the helping of digestion. Right now, I'm still working on getting this butter to melt in these noodles, and we're waiting on our salmon still. So we're just gonna skin it. Take it off the skin and add it to the pot with the rest of the vegetables. At least half of it. So now it's time to combine these two. Turn our fire back on. Open our sauce. Put it in. All right. So that's pretty much it. We gonna plate it, and I'll be back. All right, let's plate it up. Really? What? What? All right, we got some Parmesan cheese that I'm gonna garnish it with. Wait a minute. How come that character wasn't in the Mario movie? And that is our salmon veggie pasta. Thanks for watching. Peace.